Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eva Mikami from the accounting department. Allow me to explain about my trip planning to the mountain. Good morning, everyone. Have you ever stood atop a mountain, feeling the crisp air fill your lungs, watching the sunrise paint the sky in a breathtaking set of orange and pink? A journey to the mountains offers more than just beautiful scenery. It is an experience of self-discovery, educates, and a deep connection with nature. However, such a trip requires careful planning to ensure safety, enjoyment, and success. Today, I want to talk about the importance of preparing for a mountain adventure and the key steps that will make it a memorable experience. Okay, step 1, choosing the right destination. Not all mountains provide the same experience. Some offer gentle hiking trails, perfect for beginners, while others demand technical climbing skills and endurance. When selecting the right destination, we must consider several factors. 1. Difficulty level. Are we looking for a challenging climb or a relaxing hike? 2. Weather conditions. Do we prefer snowy peaks or a mild climb with lush forests? 3. Scenic attraction. Some mountains are famous for the wildfire, waterfalls, or panoramic view points. By carefully choosing our destination, we can tailor the journey to match our experience and ability. Step 2. Gathering essential gear. Proper equipment can make the difference between an unforgettable adventure and a dangerous ordeal. Every mountain trip requires a set of essentials. 1. Hiking boots. The foundation of any trek. Good boots provide grip stability and protection against rough terrain. 2. Clothing layers. Mountain weather is unpredictable. We need waterproof jackets, warm layers, and breathable clothing to adapt to changing temperatures. 3. Navigation tools. A physical map, compass, or GPS device ensures we stay on track, especially in unfamiliar territory. 3. Survival kit. A first aid kit, flashlight, emergency blanket, and vestal may seem insignificant but can be life-saving in extreme situations. Being well prepared with the right gear guarantees that we can focus on the adventure rather than worry about discomfort or safety risks. Step 3. Understanding mountain safety. The mountains can be awe-inspiring, but they also present challenges that must be taken seriously. Before embarking on our journey, we must research potential hazards. 1. Sudden weather change. Storms, fog, and extreme cold can make conditions dangerous. Checking forex is essential. 2. Wildlife encounters. While seeing animals in their natural habitat is fascinating, knowing how to respond to encounter with bears or snakes is crucial. 3. Altitude sickness. As we exhaust, oxygen level decrease, which can lead to dizziness, nausea, or worse. Gradual acclimatization helps prevent this. 4. Group safety. Traveling with a companion or in a group adds security in case of emergency, and informing someone about our identity ensures we can be located if needed. Respecting nature and preparing for unexpected situations assures that we return home safely. Step 4. Creating a thoughtful itinerary. A well-structured itinerary allows us to maximize our experience while ensuring we stay on schedule. When planning our trip, we must consider 1. Estimate hiking time. Some trails take a few hours while others require days to complete. 2 rest points, designate stop for hydration, meals, and rest prevent exhaustion. 3 emergency exits. In the typhoon, alternative routes and shelter areas can be crucial in difficult conditions. 4 camp location. If we are camping, choosing spot near fresh water and away from risky terrain is ideal. A well-planned itinerary keeps us organized and helps avoid unnecessary stress during the trip. And last step 5, embracing the journey. 1. Beyond preparation and logistics, we must remember the true essence of the trip, to immerse ourselves in nature, clear our mind, and create lifelong memories. The mountain teaches us patience, perseverance, and humility. With her, we witness a spectacular sunrise, conquer a tough trail, or simply enjoy the serenity of the wilderness. Every moment in us an opportunity to appreciate the beauty of the world around us. 2. Let us not rush through the experience. Instead, let us take a deep breath, feel the wind on our face, listen to the rustling leaves, and embrace the adventure fully. Okay, conclusion. A mountain journey is not just about reaching the summit. It is about the preparation, the experience, and the personal growth we gain along the way. With careful planning, a spirit of adventure, and respect for nature, we can ensure that our trip is not only safe but truly unforgettable. So, gather your friends, pack your bags, prepare for the unexpected, and embark on a journey into the heart of the mountains. Thank you. Part 2. Understanding used to plus infinitive. Understanding used to plus infinitive is used in English to describe past habits, repeated action, or steps that were true but no longer happen. It helps emphasize a change between the past and the present. For example, I used to play football every Sunday, or I don't anymore. She used to be very shy, or she is not shy anymore. One structure of used to. The formula for forming sentence with used to is affirmative. Subject plus used to plus base verb or infinitive. Example, he used to play the guitar. They used to live in Spain. Negative, subject plus didn't used to plus base verb or infinitive. Example, she didn't used to like coffee. We didn't used to visit the park. Interrogative, did plus subject plus used to plus base verb or infinitive. Example, did you used to go swimming? Did he used to study here? 2. Common use of used to. My typical use used to in the following context. A. Past habits and routine actions. The refers to things people regularly did in the past but no longer do. I used to wake up early for school, or now I don't. She used to visit her grandparents every weekend. B. Past states or conditions. Describe how something was before but has changed over time. This place used to be a forest but now it's a shopping mall. He used to be overweight but now he's in great shape. C. Culture or technological change can be used to compare old versus new ways of living. People used to write letters but now they send emails. We used to rent DVD but now we stream movie online. 3. Difference between used to and other similar structure. A. Used to versus be used to. The structures have different meanings and cannot be used interchangeably. Expression used to plus infinitive, meaning past habit that no longer happens. Example sentence: I used to wake up early. Expression: be used to plus noun or grown. Meaning: something feels normal or familiar. Example sentence: I am used to waking up early. Continue. K rule: used to describe past habits. Be used to describe current familiarity with something. Example: I used to waking up early. Incorrect. I used to wake up early. Correct. I am used to eat spicy food. Incorrect. I am used to eating spicy food. Correct. 4. Example in different contexts. 1. Past daily life. I used to ride my bike to school every day. We used to cook dinner together as a family. 2. Comparing the past and present. This city used to be quiet, but now it's very crowded. My grandfather used to be a farmer, but now he is retired. 3. Technology and social change. People used to use typing words, but now they use computer. We used to listen to CDs, but now we are streaming apps. 5. Common error. 5. 5 common errors and how to fix them. Here are some frequent mistakes and correction. I used to go fishing when I was a kid. I used to go fishing when I was a kid. Did you use to have a pet? Did you use to have a pet? I didn't use to eat spicy food. I didn't use to eat spicy food. I am used to wake up early. I am used to waking up early. K rules. Used to in positive sentence has D. In negative or question, drop the D or used to. 6. Exercise to practice used to. Fill in the blanks with used to or didn't used to. 1. I play video games all day when I was teenager. I used to play video games all day when I was a teenager. 2. She drink coffee but now she loves it. She didn't used to drink coffee but now she loves it. 3. You watch cartoon when you were little. Did you used to watch cartoon when you were little? 4. They go to the beach every summer. They used to go to the beach every summer. 5. He be very shy, but now he's more outgoing. He used to be very shy, but now he's more outgoing. 7. Why learning useful is important. Helps describe life change. Useful for talking about past habits. Helps avoid common grammar mistakes. Frequently used in conversation and writing. Mastering. Used to plus infinitive improves fluency, especially when telling story or explaining past events. And last, conclusion. Used to plus infinitive is essential for describing past habits, routines, and conditions that have changed. Understanding the difference between used to versus be used to versus was helps avoid common grammar mistakes with you all confidently use this structure in conversation, story, and writing. Thank you.